Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Deva Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Chinmayam Yapyat Sarvam Trilokyam Sacharacharam Tatpadam Darshitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Tvameva Mata Cha Pita Tvameva Tvameva Bandhuscha Sakha Tvameva Tvameva Vidyadravinam Tvameva Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Tvameva Sarvam Namaste. Jai Guru. Om Sahana Bhavatu, Sahana Bhunaktu, Sahaviryam Karavavahai, Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. So where are we in our text?
Chapter 66.
Chapter 66. All search for happiness is misery. Nothing can make you happier than you are. All search for happiness is misery and leads to more misery. The only happiness worth the name is the natural happiness of conscious being.
Yes. So let's quickly review yoga's teaching. What does it feel like to want something you don't have? Is there any other suffering? Now, physical pain we'll put on the shelf, but that's not what usually tortures us. And what do we do about that? I'm convinced that some person, place, thing, or situation is what I need in order to be happy. Really only boils down to two ways. I either need to fix or change the world or fix or change me. And the struggle toward that is my suffering. And the more I want it, and the further away the object of desire is, the more painful it is. When I get what I want, for a moment, the kama, the craving is gone. In my delusion, in my illusion, I think the person, place, thing, or situation has happiness as its swabhava, as its nature, as its swarup. But that's an illusion. Happiness is my essential nature. I cover it up. I bury it by the mental state of craving. Now, Vidyaranya talks about three ways we experience ananda. Vasanananda, the bliss of deep sleep. especially that wonderful state, I call it snooze alarm bliss, where you're awake, but you don't quite yet want to get out of bed. And you punch the pillow and you go, oh, just a few more minutes. You all know that wonderful state. What object is causing the pleasure? It's the absence of the craving mind. And what happens? Oh, I have to get up and I have to do yada, yada, yada. And then I got to pay that bill. And then what about that person I'm pissed off at? And yada, isn't that what our minds do? Yes, no?
Yes.
What happens to the bliss? It's like the morning fog in San Francisco once the sun starts to warm up, just fades. Vishayananda, the bliss through the sense objects. When desire and object of desire become one, for a moment, my mind stops. It stops its vikshepa shakti. It's projecting power, it's craving power, it's jonesing. And then he goes into Brahmananda, the bliss of Brahman, which is my essential nature. And it's so simple. I am blissful. I am happy when the mind is yoked to the infinite. How do I do that? Quit the stupidity of craving. You know, my image there of Hanuman embracing Lord Ram. Hanuman is the mind. Where does it find its peace? In the embrace of the infinite. And the infinite isn't far away. It's yourself. What's the problem? It's not like I need to find the self or get to the self or realize it up there someplace. No. When I was in Coimbatore at Chinmay Vibhuti in 2015, I went to see Swami Tejo Mayananda, and they had this Gita chanting competition of children. All sorts of swamis and brahmacharis there. And I hadn't seen him in 25 years. And longer than that, probably. Anyway, so he's asking everybody what their favorite Gita verse is. And he comes around and he says, Jim, what's your favorite Gita verse? Uh-oh, put on the spot. So the one that popped up when a person casts off all the desires of the mind, O Partha, and is satisfied in the self by the self, then they are said to be a person of steady wisdom. So when we study chapter 2 of Gita, there's that very famous section, the Sthita Prajna Purusha section, the person of steady wisdom, starts with Arjuna's question at verse 54. How does the person of steady wisdom, how do they walk? How do they talk? How do they act? How do they sit? And verse 55 is the one I just gave you. You know, you remember the style in Vedanta literature. Whenever there's a list of stuff, the first is almost always the most important. There it is. So what he's going to say, listen very carefully. Worldly happiness and suffering are the same thing. Oh, Jim, I collect coins, but I only collect coins that have heads. I don't want any coins that have tails on them. Can you have a coin that's only heads?
No.
If you have a coin, heads and tails. If we externalize our own swarup, our own self-nature, my own bliss, this is adhyasa, superimposition, onto a sense object. I promise you, even if you get a little squirt of juice, no one says that there's not Vishayananda, but you will suffer. It's just mechanics. If you go to the top of the building here and you decide to jump off the roof, you will splat on the sidewalk. Doesn't matter what you believe in. Your belief is immaterial. So the mind and its illusion. Maybe this time it'll be okay. And then when? Not if. When the world changes and I'm stuck being attached, or my mind changes and I'm stuck with an expectation. Mudha. You did it to yourself. You did it to yourself. Any thoughts on this? It's so simple and it's so clear. And the scriptures thunder it over and over and over again. Ah, but such is the power of Maya. I may not have a good memory, but I've got an excellent forgettery. All right, going on.
Questioner. I have come from England and I am on my way to Madras. There I shall meet my father and we shall go by car overland to London. I am to study psychology, but I do not yet know what
London?
Yeah.
From Madras
From
to London?
Madras to London by car.
My car. I think maybe it's the other way around, but we'll see.
I am to study psychology, but I do not yet know what I shall do when I get my degree. I may try industrial psychology or psychotherapy. My father is a general physician. I may follow the same line, but this does not exhaust my interests. There are certain questions which do not change with time. I understand you have some answers to such questions, and this made me come to you. Maharaj, I wonder whether I am the right man to answer your questions. I know little about things and people. I know only that I am, and that much you also know. We are equals.
Hmm.
Questioner. Of course I know that I am, but I do not know what it means. Maharaj. What you take to be the I in the I am is not you. To know that you are is natural. To know what you are is the result of much investigation. You will have to explore the entire field of consciousness and go beyond it. For this, you must find the right teacher and create the conditions needed for discovery. Generally speaking, there are two ways, external and internal. Either you live with somebody who knows the truth and submit yourself entirely to his guiding and shaping influence, or you seek the inner guide and follow the inner light wherever it takes you. In both cases, your personal desires and fears must be disregarded. You learn either by proximity or by investigation, the passive or the active way. You either let yourself be carried by the river of life and love represented by your guru, or you make your own efforts guided by your inner star. In both cases, you must move on. You must be earnest. Rare are the people who are lucky enough to find somebody worthy of trust and love. Most of them must take the hard way, the way of intelligence and understanding, of discrimination and attachment, viveka, vairagya. This is the way open to all. Questioner: I am lucky to have come here, though I am leaving tomorrow. Oh, I am lucky to have come here. Though I am leaving tomorrow, one talk with you may affect my entire life. Maharaj: Yes, once you say, I want to find truth, all your life will be deeply affected by it. Yeah. All your mental and physical habits, feelings and emotions, desires and fears, plans and decisions will undergo a most radical transformation. Questioner: Once I have made up my mind to find reality, what do I do next? Maharaj: It depends on your temperament. If you're earnest, whatever way you choose will take you to your goal. It is the earnestness that is the decisive factor. Questioner: What is the source of earnestness? Maharaj: It is the homing instinct which makes the bird return to its nest, and the fish to the mountain stream where it was born. The seed returns to the earth when the fruit is ripe. Ripeness is all. Questioner: And
Let me stop there. What he's pointing at, what is the dharma of a human being? God consciousness, self-realization. That has two meanings. What is your dharma, the essence of you without which you would not be what you are? Self. But it also implies a movement through time and space of human consciousness, to use his word, the Chaitanya. Everybody's coming home to God. No one is left out. No one is damned forever. Listen very carefully. How does the Sanatana Dharma, the eternal path, actually operate in the human mind? From the moment you wake up in the morning until your head hits the pillow at night, there's only one activity in which you're engaged. This is universal. You seek the good by your understanding of the good, and you avoid suffering and misery. Do you do anything else? Even if you sacrifice the soldier on the battlefield who gives up his life for his country, that's still him seeking his highest good. He places the good of his country above his own life. A mother who goes through exhaustion, lack of sleep, etc., to care for her baby. Her baby is her highest good. Now we spend lifetimes in this pursuit, but it's not just a circle. There's another pressure. Because when we face the situation, well, that did not give me peace, rest, eternal good. Maybe I'll try this or I'll try that. Till finally, in our evolution through lifetimes, someone or a book or a Mahatma introduces us to the spiritual life. Because the good that we're seeking is God. It's myself. And that's like the river when it finally reaches the ocean. It's an inevitability. So all day long, I want this, I want that, I want such and such. Okay. But what you really want is Krishna. I can't stand such and such. Oh, politics here, economy there. I'm so afraid. I want to get away from all that. What do I really want to get away from? Craving, wanting, aversion, fear. It's the only thing the mind ever does. And it will keep doing it until it rests in your own swarup. Chidananda Rupaham Shivoham Shivoham. Bliss consciousness is my essential nature. I am Shiva. I am auspicious. Going on.
Questioner. And what will ripen me? Do I need experience? Maharaj. You already have all the experience you need, otherwise you would not have come here. You need not gather any more. Rather, you must go beyond experience. Whatever effort you make, whatever method, sadhana, you follow, will merely generate more experience, but will not take you beyond. Nor will reading books help you. They will enrich your mind, but the person you are will remain intact. If you expect any benefits from your search, material, mental, or spiritual, you have missed the point. Truth gives no advantage. It gives you no higher status, no power over others. All you get is truth and the freedom from the false. Questioner. Surely truth gives you the power to help others. Maharaj. This is mere imagination, however noble. In truth, you do not help others because there are no others. You divide people into noble and ignoble, and you ask the noble to help the ignoble. You separate, you evaluate, you judge and condemn. In the name of truth, you destroy it. Your very desire to formulate truth denies it because it cannot be contained in words. Truth can be expressed only by the denial of the false in action. For this, you must see the false as false, viveka, and reject it, vairagya. Renunciation of the false is liberating and energizing. It lays open the road to perfection.
So let's review again in Viveka Chudamani Shankara's definition of vairagya. That desire to give up attachment to all experiences gained through the senses and identification with any personal sense of self, starting from the body up to it, including the form of Brahma, the creator. You can just interpret that as I want to be some kind of an important person. And it's axiomatic. It must be, the whole thing has to go. Now, he says that desire to give it up. So he understands we don't necessarily achieve this overnight. It's a process. It's progress, not perfection. But we have to at least clearly understand the goal. You don't need to go through an additional process to realize yourself. All we need to do is remove from our attachment and identification what's false. And the truth is evident. When I look at my face in the mirror in the morning after my shower, if the mirror is foggy, I don't need to remove the steam from the mirror and then go through another process to put my face in the mirror. All you need to do is either open the door, let out the steam, or get out a towel and wipe off the mirror. And there's my face. Going on.
Questioner. When will I know that I have discovered truth? Maharaj. When the ideas, this is true, that is true, do not arise. Truth does not assert itself. It is in the seeing of the false as false and rejecting it. It is useless to search for truth when the mind is blind to the false. It must be purged of the false completely before truth can dawn on it. Questioner.
Let me stop there. Knowledge of the self is absolutely self-validating. You need not an enlightenment certificate from the guru. And any teacher who gives you a certification, you've now reached level 12, you're special, is fooling you. Just like you need no additional authority to know you've got a human body. You're not a goat or a cow or a horse or a pig. It's obvious. So also, once the nature of the self becomes clear, when are you ever not you? Going on.
Questioner. But what is false? Maharaj. Surely what has no being is false. Questioner. What do you mean by having no being? The false is there, hard as a nail. Maharaj. What contradicts itself has no being, or it has only momentary being, which comes to the same. For what has a beginning and an end has no middle. It is hollow. It has only the name and shape given to it by the mind, but it has neither substance nor essence. Questioner. If all that passes has no being, then the universe has no being either. Maharaj. Whoever denies it, of course the universe has no being. Maharaj. Then what does? Maharaj. That which does not depend for its existence, which does not arise with the universe arising, nor set with the universe setting, which does not need any proof, but imparts reality to all it touches. It is the nature of the false that it appears to be real for a moment. One could say that the truth becomes the father of the false, but the false is limited in time and space and is produced by circumstances. Questioner: how am I to get rid of the false and secure the real? Maharaj: to what purpose? Questioner: in order to live a better, more satisfactory life, integrated and happy. Maharaj: whatever is conceived by the mind must be false, for it is bound to be relative and limited. The real is inconceivable and cannot be harnessed to a purpose. It must be wanted for its own sake. Questioner: how can I want the inconceivable? Maharaj: what else is there worth wanting? Granted, the real cannot be wanted as a thing is wanted, but you can see the unreal as unreal and discard it. It is the discarding of the false that opens the way to the true. Questioner: I understand, but how does it look in actual daily life? Maharaj: self-interest and self-concern are the focal points of the false. Your daily life vibrates between desire and fear. Watch it intently, and you will see how the mind assumes innumerable names and shapes, like a river foaming between boulders. Trace every action to its selfish motive, and look at the motive intently until it dissolves. Questioner: to live, one must look after oneself. One must earn money for oneself. Maharaj: you need not earn for yourself, but you may have to for a woman and a child. You may have to keep on working for the sake of others. Even just to keep alive can be a sacrifice. There is no need whatsoever to be selfish. Discard every self-seeking motive as soon as it is seen, and you will not search for truth. Truth will find you. Questioner: there is a minimum of needs. Maharaj: were they not supplied since you were conceived? Give up the bondage of self-concern and be what you are: intelligence and love and action.
Read that sentence again. That is such an important statement.
Give up the bondage of self-concern and be what you are: intelligence and love and action. Questioner: but one must survive. Maharaj: you can't help surviving. The real you is timeless and beyond birth and death. And the body will survive as long as it is needed. It is not important that it should live long. A full life is better than a long life. Questioner: who is to say what is a full life? It depends on my cultural background. Maharaj: if you seek reality, you must set yourself free of all backgrounds, of all cultures, of all patterns of thinking and feeling. Even the idea of being a man or a woman, or even human, should be discarded. The ocean of life contains all, not only humans. So first of all, abandon all self-identification. Stop thinking of yourself as such and such, so and so, this or that. Abandon all self-concern. Worry not about your welfare, material or spiritual. Abandon every desire, gross or subtle. Stop thinking of achievement of any kind. You are complete here and now. You need absolutely nothing. It does not mean that you must be brainless and foolhardy, improvident or indifferent. Only the basic anxiety for oneself must go. You need some food, clothing, and shelter for you and yours. But this will not create problems as long as greed is not taken for a need. Live in tune with things as they are, and not as they are imagined. Questioner: what am I, if not human? Maharaj: that which makes you think that you are human is not human. It is but a dimensionless point of consciousness, a conscious nothing. All you can say about yourself is, I am. You are pure being, awareness, bliss. To realize that is the end of all seeking. You come to it when you see all that you come to it when you see all you think yourself to be as mere imagination, and stand aloof in pure awareness of the transient as transient, imaginary as imaginary, unreal as unreal. It is not at all difficult, but detachment is needed. It is the clinging to the false that makes the true so difficult to see. Once you understand that the false needs time, and what needs time is false, you are nearer to reality, which is timeless, ever in the now. Eternity in time is mere repetitiveness, like the movement of a clock. It flows from the past into the future endlessly, in empty perpetuity. Reality is what makes the present so vital, so different from the past and future, which are merely mental. If you need time to achieve something, it must be false. The real is always with you. You need not wait to be what you are. Only you must not allow your mind to go out of yourself in the search. When you want something, ask yourself, do I really need it? And if the answer is no, then just drop it. Questioner: must I not be happy? I may not need a thing, yet if it can make me happy, should I not grasp it? Maharaj: nothing can make you happier than you are. All search for happiness is misery and leads to more misery. The only happiness worth the name is the natural happiness of conscious being. Questioner: don't I need a lot of experience before I can reach such a high level of awareness? Maharaj: experience leaves only memories behind and adds to the burden, which is already heavy enough.
Hmm.
You need no more experiences. The past ones are sufficient. And if you feel you need more, look into the hearts of people around you. You will find a variety of experiences which you would not be able to go through in 1,000 years. Learn from the sorrows of others and save yourself your own. It is not experience that you need, but the freedom from all experience. Don't be greedy for experience. You need none. Questioner: don't you pass through experiences yourself? Maharaj: things happen around me, but I take no part in them. An event becomes an experience only when I am emotionally involved. I am in a state which is complete, which seeks not to improve on itself. Of what use is experience to me? Questioner: one needs knowledge, education. Maharaj: to deal with things, knowledge of things is needed. To deal with people, you need insight, sympathy. To deal with yourself, you need nothing. Be what you are, conscious being, and don't stray away from yourself. Questioner: university education is most useful. Maharaj: no doubt it helps you to earn a living, but it does not teach you how to live. You are a student of psychology. It may help you in certain situations, but can you live by psychology? Life is worthy of the name only when it reflects reality in action. No university will teach you how to live so that when the time of dying comes, you can say, I lived well. I do not need to live again.
Hmm.
Most of us die wishing we could live again. So many mistakes committed, so much left undone. Most people vegetate, but do not live. They merely gather experience and enrich their memory. But experience is the denial of reality, which is neither sensory nor conceptual, neither of the body nor of the mind, though it includes and transcends both. Questioner. But experience is most useful. By experience, you learn not to touch a flame. Maharaj. I have told you already that knowledge is most useful in dealing with things, but it does not tell you how to deal with people and yourself, how to live a life. We are not talking of driving a car or earning money. For this, you need experience. But for being a light unto yourself, material knowledge will not help you.
I'm going to push back just a hair on Maharaj here. If we pay attention, experience over and over again shows us the shunyata, the emptiness of the world. If we're unconscious and we don't pay attention, oh, bad luck, I didn't get what I wanted. That's the problem. Get out the baseball bat, take it to life again one more time. And if we're unconscious, we do it over and over and over again. On the other hand, if we pay attention, God, you must be so tired of hearing this. Who got upset this week?
Yeah.
Any of you?
Yeah.
Tell me it's the first time in a similar situation, is it?
No.
Aren't you tired of it? It's so boring. It's so repetitive. It's so stupid. Don't you see it? And it's all just karma. I get upset because I didn't get what I wanted. Am I wrong? Anybody got upset for another reason?
The opposite, but yeah, same thing.
Huh?
I got upset for the opposite reason. As something happened that I didn't want.
Oh,
Same.
God's an underachiever. God may be omnipotent and omniscient, but obviously, if God were perfect, he'd be doing it my way. And then all I have to do is take a look at the papers piled on my desk. I can't even keep that in order. And I'm supposed to think I'm smart enough to run the universe? Raga, Vesha, Bhaya. Attachment for something, aversion for something, fear. I'm not going to get what I want, or I'm going to lose what I have. But to see the repetitiveness of it, it's never out there. It's my stupid mind. But such is the human condition. Going on.
But for being a light unto yourself, material knowledge will not help you. You need something much more intimate and deeper than material knowledge to be yourself in the true sense of the word. Your outer life is unimportant. You can become a night watchman and live happily. It is what you are inwardly that matters. Your inner peace and joy you have to earn. It is much more difficult than earning money. No university can teach you to be yourself. The only way you learn is by practice. Right away, begin to be yourself. Discard all you are not and go ever deeper. Just as a man digging a well discards what is not water until he reaches the water-bearing strata, so must you discard what is not your own until nothing is left which you can disown. You will find that what is left is nothing which the mind can hook onto. You are not even a human being. You just are. A point of awareness, coextensive with time and space, and beyond both. The ultimate cause, itself uncaused. If you ask me, who are you? My answer would be, nothing in particular, yet I am. Questioner, if you are nothing in particular, then you must be universal. Maharaj. What is it to be universal? Not as a concept, but as a way of life? Not to separate, not to oppose, but to understand and love whatever contacts you is living universal.
That's an important one. This is the key. Read that sentence again, please.
Not to separate, not to oppose, but to understand and love whatever contacts you is living universally.
Does anybody not understand what he means? It's acceptance, it's surrender, has many names. It's the great key. It's the way to give up the compulsive craving of the mind. Going on.
To be able to say truly, I am the world is me. I am at home in the world is my own. Every existence is my existence. Every consciousness is my consciousness. Every sorrow is my sorrow, and every joy is my joy. This is universal life. Yet, my real being, and yours too, is beyond the universe, and therefore beyond the categories of the particular and the universal. It is what it is, totally self-contained and independent. Questioner, I find it hard to understand. Maharaj, you must give yourself time to ponder over these things. The old grooves must be erased in your brain without forming new ones. You must realize yourself as the immovable, behind and beyond the movable, the silent witness of all that happens. Questioner, does it not? Questioner, does it mean that I must give up all ideas of an active life? Maharaj, not at all. There will be marriage, there will be children, there will be earning money to maintain a family. All this will happen in the natural course of events, for destiny must fulfill itself. You will go through it without resistance, facing tasks as they come, attentive and thorough, both in small things and big. But the general attitude will be of affectionate detachment, enormous goodwill without expectation of return.
There. That does not mean we're going to hit all the green lights of life. We want the samadrishta, the equality of vision. Gita says in heat and cold, pleasure and suffering, honor and dishonor. Heat and cold is catch-all for the pairs of opposites of anything that's happening in the physical world. Pleasure and suffering are simply the mind's reactions to conducive and non-conducive environs. Don't get caught up in it. It's mechanical. Honor and dishonor, you're going to get your allotted dose of successes and failures. And you're going to do what you're going to do. He calls it destiny, we would call it karma. Don't worry. Do the next right thing. It'll all work out. And you'll be able to match calamity with serenity. No guarantee that what the world calls negative things won't happen. Of course, there will. Now, if you're not a jerk and you live your life from the moral precepts of yoga, quickly the circumstances of your life will begin to improve because you're removing the kinds of actions that create negative reactions. One of the slogans we find in AA is if you want self-esteem, do esteemable actions. So if you begin to behave in a good way, your life will begin to straighten out. But that's still all temporary and finite. Doesn't mean you're not going to have a health crisis. Doesn't mean loved ones are not going to die. Doesn't mean the economy won't turn south. Doesn't mean your house won't burn down. These things happen to people. Bad things happen to good people. But you and I don't have to suffer. Suffering is karma, wanting. Any thoughts on this? Okay, going on.
But the general attitude will be of affectionate detachment, enormous goodwill without expectation of return, constant giving without asking.
Yes.
In marriage, you are neither the husband nor the wife. You are the love between the two. You are the clarity and kindness that makes everything orderly and happy. It may seem vague to you, but if you think a little, you will find that the mystical is most practical, for it makes your life creatively happy. Your consciousness is raised to a higher dimension from which you see everything much more clearly and with greater intensity. You realize that the person you became at birth and will cease to be at death is temporary and false. You are not the sensual, emotional, and intellectual person gripped by desires and fears. Find out your real being. What am I? Is the fundamental question of all philosophy and psychology. Go into it deeply. That's the end of the chapter.
Just beautiful. What number chapter was that? 66?
Yes.
Oh, that's one of the best. Any thoughts or questions on it?
The truth and the false, my mind is a little dull today, and that just took me into like, I don't know what the hell I was talking about. Like, there was just a point where I was like with him, and then I was not at all.
True and false. Let me use the riff that Krishna uses in the second chapter. Um, the 16th verse of the second chapter says, uh, well, he riffs on being and non-being, existence and non-existence. So in our normal everyday transactions, we can say the table exists, the chair exists, Aditi exists, the child of a barren woman doesn't exist. The horns of a hare doesn't exist. If I do a once upon a time story, maybe entertaining, but it's not real. It doesn't exist. So they understand the distinction between existence and non-existence. Is that clear?
Yeah.
Now let's deal with being and non-being. You are a being, Howard's a being, Aditi is a being, I'm a being. The table is a thing. The chair is a thing. Even the worms and germs have being. The carpet has no being, it's a thing. So what Krishna says in the Gita, only being really exists. If it has no being, it has no real existence. So what is it that really exists because it has being? And we find that all the objective phenomena is what we call jada, inert. I see the table doesn't see me. Now, wait a minute, Jim. I see Aditi and Aditi sees me. Now, wait a minute. I know I'm not my body. I know I'm not my feelings. I know I'm not my thoughts. Those are jada. I'm the conscious being that knows those. Why do I think she's any different? That thing sitting on the couch wiggles, but it's jada, it's inert. But there's a conscious being looking out of those eyes. The conscious being. What Maharaj is saying, Gita is saying, that's the only thing that really exists. The entire world of name and form, from the gross to the subtle, is imagined. It has no real existence. So what? So why worry about it? You, on the other hand, not only are a being, but you exist. When are you ever not you? And whether we believe it or not, the scriptures say that being, that existence is inviolate. You never need to worry about it. It goes nowhere. It's always here. All that changes is the light show. Is that a little more clear?
Mhm.
Yeah, but what about my rent? Don't worry about it. It'll either get paid or it won't. But you will be okay. I promise you that. I don't promise many things. But you are always safe. Well, I'll never do anything. Okay, just try making the decision that you're not going to go to the bathroom. When you get hungry enough, you'll eat. And if you look to your direct experience, care of the body has happened your whole life. It's just an illusion that your worry is necessary. Equipment is fulfilling its destiny. It's prarabdha karma. It will get its allotted doses of successes and failures, joys and sorrows, sickness and health, and then your body will die. But you go nowhere. Don't believe me? In a still mind, a sattvic mind, this chitta shuddhi, this purity of mind, keep inquiring. Who am I? And here Maharaj has echoed Shankara, who echoes Gita. What were the two practices he suggested in this chapter?
Viveka and Vairagya. Viveka Vairagya.
No, again? That firm conviction in the intellect that Brahman alone is real, that the self alone is real. And the phenomenal world, the Jagat, is mithya, literally a lie, unreal, vaitatya, false, is known as discrimination between the real and the unreal. If it occurs in time and space, if it has a name or a form, if it has qualities and characteristics, if it's an object, an emotion, or a thought, it is asat, not real. Anitya, not eternal. Mithya, illusory. Anything that can be objectively cognized, seen, but not real. Take it easy. Don't get involved with it. Let it just go by. If your mind's reacting, let it shake, rattle, and roll, but don't get involved with that. Vairagya, that desire to give up attachment to all experiences gained through the senses, and to give up attachment to any personal form of self. I think I'm a person, I'm deluded. Stop it. Anything my mind then posits to secure, protect, defend, enhance a person, it's losing proposition. It's like trying to empty out the water in a mirage with a bucket. How successful is that going to be? Why? There's no water there. Anything we do to try to protect, defend, secure a person, there's no person there. It's like trying to empty a mirage with a bucket. But something there is that is there. It's so real. It's myself. And in the end, that swabha, my self-experience, my self-nature, is the only real knowledge. Knowledge of the world is like knowing stuff in a dream. And the great cosmic joke, everybody already has it. Well, it's noon. Any more questions? If it's hard to remember, I'm not the body, not the personality, then Ishvara Pranidhana, trustful surrender to God. Give everything to God. Today, I give my life to you. All the circumstances, I give my finances, I give my romances, I give my future, my job, my home, everything. I give it to you. And I accept whatever it is that you bring to me. Everything is gift. Everything is an opportunity for sadhana. Ishvara Pranidhana. Then what should I do with my life? Lord, take me where you want me to go. Let me meet whom you want me to meet. Tell me what you want me to say. And keep me out of your way, meaning the little me, the stupid ego. And if you must have a purpose, be of service. Not by my ideas of what I think is going to be important to change the world or do this or that. I'll be of service to what's right in front of us. Okay, we'll end here. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadhaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Sri Guru Pyo Namaha. Hari Om. Om Sat.